Hey guys! So I'm here today to do my May wrap-up and my June to-be-read pile. I'm really excited about this because I read a lot more books than I thought I was going to read this month. I've read a total of 5 books, and I guess in the grand scheme of things, we're at summer. I was kind of expecting to read more, to be honest, but work gets in the way sometimes, so what can you do? This month has also been a really great month for movies. Like, so many big things have come out. Let me know what movies you have gone seen because I am a movie addict and I would love to know some tips of what I should go see next. I've seen Iron Man 3 when it came out and it was so good. Did you guys go see that one yet? Because, oh my gosh, I think that's my new favorite Iron Man so far. It was so good. And sarcasm in that, you gotta love Robert Downey Jr. Also coming out this month was The Fast and Furious 6. Oh my gosh, you guys, if that's like my favorite movies. Like, I can't even begin to tell you how much I love those movies. I've got all of them in like from 1 through 5 because obviously 6 just came out. But I'm addicted to those things. Like, I don't know what it is. Anyway, back to book related business. I guess I'll just jump into my May wrap up and we'll get to it. So the first book I read this month is Crossed by Ali Kondi. This is the sequel to The Matched, which is right, wow, I'm really not good at pointing, right there. I won't go too much into this just because it's a sequel. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone, but I would say give it the first book a shot. I know a lot of people have liked it, some have not. It's just kind of, if it's your thing type of book. I did give this one a 3 out of 5, only because the pacing was so slow for me in this book. It was kind of hard to keep my interest. Like, it would hold my interest at parts, and then it'd be gone. And then, yeah, it just seems like it was really slow moving, and I'm hoping that the third one, and it's the final one, picks up because they've had such a good build up for it, so I'm really looking forward to seeing how this is concluded. Second book I finished this month I think was my most anticipated one the whole month, and that was Unravel Me by Tahara Mafi. This, oh my gosh, you guys. I was so excited that I'm caught up with the curve on this series, so I know in my last video I said I was going to do a Shatter Me review. I'm still going to do that, but I think I'm going to do like a Shatter Me and Unravel Me type video where the beginning of it I'm not going to spoil anything for anyone and just kind of give you a quick review, and then after that I think I'll discuss like up to this point for anyone who's read Shatter Me and Unravel Me, because there are things that need to be said about this book. Oh my gosh. And I think this is one of these books where everyone has different opinions on certain things, so I'm really interested to see what you guys thought if you've read it. And yeah, like, I feel like I just can't go back and do a Shatter Me review without thinking of this book because so much has happened between A to B that it's kind of hard to look back, and I kind of regret not filming that before jumping into this, but I'm an impatient girl and I cannot wait. The next book I finished this month, I don't have a physical copy of because I read it on my Kindle, and as per chance, what happens when I go to film any video and I need it, it runs out of battery, so it's charging. So I will just insert a picture of that book right here, and it is The Summer I Became a Nerd by Leah Ray Miller. This one was my surprise book this month because when I finished reading Unravel Me on Goodreads, I got to chatting with Gabrielle that I've met through there, and we just had this like big discussion about it, and I thought it was so much fun, and we were like, hey, why don't we read a book together and we could discuss as we read. And I've never really done that with anyone so far, so I'm like, let's do that. Let me just say that it was so much fun. I look forward to doing that again with her because discussing books as you read is fun, especially if you don't have people who are as into reading as you. It's just fun to get away and do that with someone, and you can discuss as you read, which is nice. I gave that book a 4 out of 5 stars because it was a really enjoyable book. I didn't like hands down love it or anything, but I thought it was a really good book and it had a good moral to it. And basically the storyline is this girl who considers herself a nerd for liking comics, which I don't know when you're a nerd for liking comics, but I guess in this world you are. And she's so scared that if everyone knows that she is like super geek, that she's going to get made fun of. So she comes off and is in the popular crowd actually at school, and she's a cheerleader. She's got the popular quarterback boyfriend, whatnot, and she's so scared to like let any of them know about her secret comic book obsession And as she's going into this comic book store to pick up the latest edition of a series of comics that she likes, she meets this boy, and they become really good friends, and, you know, love interest. It's bound to happen. And he kind of opens up to her and, like, shows her that, you know, it's okay to be yourself, and I thought it was such a sweet romance, and I'm so in love with those characters. Even though the main girl wanted me, I just wanted to smack her from time to time and be like, girl, stop worrying about what they're going to think, just go have fun and do it. And the next book I finished this month was Tiger's Curse by Colleen Houck. And oh my gosh, I really, really enjoyed this book. I was kind of skeptical going into it. I didn't know if I was going to like it, but I ended up really, really loving this. And I just think it's the mystical element of this that is why I liked it. I felt like I was reading an Indiana Jones book sometimes. Like, it was good. And the only reason I'm giving this one a 4 out of 5 stars can be summed up into one word: Kelsey. I could not stand the main character in this book. I mean, don't get me wrong, I loved her sarcasm. She did have, like, a good sense of humor. But her decision-making skills, I want to know what's going on in this girl's brain. Like, she's one of those, oh, she's just, I'm still peeved with how this ended. Like, but I'm still picking up the rest of the series because it is so good, and I'm not going to let her stupid choices not let me enjoy this. So, I hope she gets a big reality check soon because, yeah. I adore the main guy, Ren, in this. If you guys have read it, let me know who you like, who you dislike, whatnot. Basically, to sum this one up really quick, it's about this girl who goes to work for a circus for 2 weeks, and she comes upon this white tiger and is really intrigued by it, and she starts, like, reading to it and talking to it, and you soon find out that this tiger is actually an Indian prince who was placed with a curse that he's now a tiger. So she embarks on this journey to India to help Ren, who is the tiger, also his brother Kishan, I think that's how you say it, to break this curse. So there's a lot of, like, adventure and action going on. There's some romance. The last book I read this month, I am actually shocked that I finished this. I finished this last night, or I should say this morning at 3 a.m. because I could not put this thing down. And it was not really good for my sleep schedule because I had to be to work at 6. So, yikes. But that is The Selection by Kira Cass. This one got a steady 5 out of 5 for me. If I could have and I didn't have to go to work in between readings, I would have finished this in one sitting. So I finished it in like 2 sittings, I guess. But just like the first one, it's one of those books that just captivate you from start to finish. Like, I was so hooked into this thing that nothing else mattered. I just had to finish this. Alright, so that sums up my wrap-up pile. Now I will quickly show you guys what I'm reading for the month of June. First book I am reading, I've been wanting to read this, but I keep pushing it back, and Gabrielle from Goodreads, you've been hounding me this whole month to read this, so I'm going to read it. And that is Cinder by Marissa Meyer. I've heard amazing things about this book. Everyone that I've, like, watched their videos on have loved it. The second book, I decided, since it's summer, I need to pick out a summer type book, and of course I had to go with My Life Next Door by Huntley Fitzpatrick. I've heard such amazing things about this and can't wait to get into it. Alright, and as per usual, if you guys have been following my last videos, you know that I am now beginning to draw 2 books each month as a way of trying to get me to read books that I probably wouldn't have picked up to get them off my shelves. So I will now draw 2 books at random to pick to read. Yeah. Right, so give this a good shake. Ooh, I have been wanting to start this series for a while. I have picked Wither, and that's actually right here. Alright, so Wither it is by Lauren De Stefano. Hey, I remembered that. I've been wanting to get to this for a while now, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty excited to finally get to this book. Shuffle again. Sweet! I've been actually picking, like, when I was trying to pick my summer read for this month, it was between 2 books, and this is actually the other book I was debating on reading, so I'm glad I drew it. And that is, where'd it go? Lola and the Boy Next Door by Stephanie Perkins. I'm really excited to read this. I love Dana so much, and I've heard great things about Lola, so we will just see about that. Alright, so that's been my May wrap-up, my June to be read pile. Let me know in the comments down below what you're reading this month, what you plan on reading. Also, if you have read any of these books, let me know your thoughts on them because I love chatting with you guys, so leave me those comments down below. Also, I always forget to mention this quickly at the end of all my videos. I finally got a Twitter, and you should go follow me if you've got one. If you want to follow me, I'm not forcing anyone. If you're interested, click on the link down below, and we can chat on Twitter. I'll also leave my Goodreads account info down there as well, so look me up. And yeah, thanks for watching this, and I'll see you guys next time.